Hello, good morning. It is Tuesday, and normally we hop into our abundance community on Wednesday and Friday, but we're doing things a little bit differently this week. It is Giving Tuesday. I hope that you all are feeling very generous, very full of gratitude from the Thanksgiving holidays, and are really tapping into where is it that you can give a little bit today, every day, but today specifically with intention. So I hope that you're all feeling into that. And I want to give to you a little bit today. I want to talk to you about becoming the magnetic manifester. Because here's the thing, it's already inside of you. She already lives in you. And it's a superpower that all of us actually have. And it's a superpower that we can all cultivate and really enjoy the fruits of, because we are literally creating our reality. And that is a superpower. And even the energy behind that feels really good, right? It feels really determined. It feels really satisfying. It feels really freeing. But if we're not in touch with that part of ourselves, if we don't allow that part of ourselves to come out, or if we don't tune into that part of ourselves, then we can feel the quite opposite, right? We can feel like life is happening to us. We can feel like we're in drudgery and stress and in fight or flight or fear mode constantly, right? But with this superpower, with unearthing it inside of us, we become empowered. And that's becoming the magnetic manifester. And I'm not going to lie to you, it takes work. Often I say ease, peace, calm, relaxation are all things of the magnetic manifester. And that's true. And at the same time, the process is not always easy, right? So we do the personal work to find out who she is. We do the personal work to allow her to come into existence more often. We uncover the things that we need to in our personality, in our ego, that keeps her clamped down. We move from a state of being in lack, scarcity, and fear and into abundance. We start to change our perceptions and our perspectives. We open ourselves up to infinite possibilities. These things sound simple, as if they are attainable and reachable, but it does take some effort. And so I don't want you to think that this is an airy-fairy kind of thing, this magnetic manifesting, because it does take a level of looking inside yourself and depth that will come out of that. We do the work. So part of that work, though, is not action. It's being. It's feeling into what it even means to step out of lack, scarcity, and fear into even neutrality, because that's the first step. Abundance is way over here if you're thinking about lack, scarcity, and fear, state of being, and then way over there, right? And it comes not from action, but from stepping into the being, into the becoming. And so with that being said, I'm going to invite you to be in the energy today with me right now. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. I'm going to invite you to take any movements in your body that feel really good for you to be settled here in this moment. And I'm just going to invite you to take some deep, beautiful breaths in and out. And if today it feels good to make an auditory sigh, please do that. Part of this beingness is giving yourself so much self-permission to do what feels good. So even if it doesn't feel good today to close your eyes, maybe you have your eyes open a little bit, but just kind of staring off into space, just allowing yourself to be present in this moment. You're taking this moment to just center yourself, breathing in peace, tuning into the sensations of your body, feeling the groundedness underneath your feet and your sit bones. Just noticing and observing any sensations in the body. Knowing that everything in this moment is exactly the way it's meant to be. And whether you're here live with us or you're going to join us later, you are part of this energy right now. You join in with us now from wherever you are during whatever time period it is. It is all one. It is all one universe, one force field, and you are part of it. This connection that you feel, this is abundance. This knowing that you are part of something bigger, that you are the bigness of the universe, that's abundance. So allowing yourself to just have another couple of deep inhales and exhales, just really deeply rooting that in. Seeing if you can relax your body just a little bit more. Aligning to your true nature, to who you truly are. Feels so good. And that really is abundance. That's half the work, you guys. And it's not work, right? Hey, Linda, thank you for joining. I'm so glad you're here. It's not work. It's being. It's not doing, it's being. It's sitting here in this moment, allowing yourself to just experience your own spirit, your own inner being, your own soul, whatever it is that you call it. I love to use all the words because it's all one, so it doesn't really matter what I call it, right? We can only give words to something and hope that it actually exemplifies the experience and the feeling that we actually have, right? So you use whatever vernacular you want to use. But this connection to all that is, and knowing that you are part of all of it, that is abundance. And for me, in my abundance journey, I really started with the personal development track, right? I became a coach, and I was really interested in how the mind works, right? Mindset. How can I think differently? How can I do things differently, right? And then I became into this beingness, right? And that felt so good because I had been for so long doing, right? I definitely was brought up when I was younger under the idea that I had to do. I had to I had to hustle. I had to make things happen. There was never a sense of ease or relaxation or real inner peace, right? It was, okay, here is what a successful life looks like, and I'm on the track. I'm doing all the things. I'm checking the boxes, right? And we have little moments of awakenings, right? We have these moments in life, and in the beginning, they can tend to be disruptive to life, right? Because we're in such a cycle of what we're doing that we can get kind of repetitive and really in a box of how life is and supposed to be and is currently going, right? And we need a moment of kind of like, oh, wait, what? Can I do things differently? Ooh, that seems really interesting. And oftentimes it comes, in the beginning especially, from a moment of pain, a moment of like, holy fuck, this isn't working. This doesn't feel good. I'm pushing too hard. Like, why isn't it working? What is going on? And there's a lot of this like lack, scarcity, and fear, and grabbing and grasping and like, right? And for me, it was partly like that, but it was really that there was going to be a new way of being. I was literally going to go across the United States and start a whole new life, basically. And so in that moment, I asked myself, for the first time, I had the awareness to be like, whoa. If everything is going to change, then maybe I should think about how I've thought about my job and how I make money. It doesn't feel very fulfilling right now. It doesn't feel like I feel a sense of freedom or purpose or meaning or anything, right? I don't feel lit up. And I hear people talk about how wonderful their lives are and how meaningful and passionate they are. And I wanted that. But it took this everything else changing in my life for me to even ask myself, whoa, is there something different here? Could there be something different? Could I have something different here? And so that was the moment. Then I continued into my path of coaching and, again, personal development. And I really took the spiritual aspect, right? Like I got really into spirituality, Eckhart Tolle, lots of beautiful leaders, right? Deepak Chopra, Marianne Williamson, etc. Go on and on and on. And what I came to, and what the basis for me in this moment with the abundance, right, is the fullness of life. It is the magic. It is the vibration, frequency, and energy that makes up you. It makes up me. It makes up every single thing around us. It is everything, right? And we know this. It's not just airy-fairy stuff, right? Because physics tells us this, right? Physics tells us that we're like 0.001% or something matter, and actually everything else is energy and frequency, right? So I started to meditate. I started to do the things that started to align me to that within me, right? That really showed me, because I was a real cognitive kind of person, right? I needed to understand things. I needed to have that science behind it. I needed to think it here. And this is the way, and this is okay, if you're like this too, right? When we are learning things and we're really wanting to accept them and move into a different belief around anything, let alone becoming an energetic match for something else, right? Oftentimes we start with our heads and then we move it from our heads, from a cognitive understanding, into our bodies, right? People talk about that gut feeling that we get, right? That gut knowingness. And then the more that experience happens, because that's not cognitive, right? That's an actual feeling that you have in your gut. You're tapping into something different than just your thoughts. You're tapping into the energy of abundance. You're tapping into that inner being, that magnetic manifester that's inside of you. And then from there, you're playing with the universe, right? You're seeing how this all works, how it all comes together, right? And then you're starting to see synchronicities. You're starting to see the law of attraction work for you. You're noticing that the energy, frequency, and vibration that you are exerting is actually what you're getting back. So you're starting to see that this is really a thing, right? You know, and it's so funny because we accept laws like the law of gravity pretty easily, right? And the reason why we accept those kinds of universal laws so much is because it's taught in school, right? It's taught that this is what we accept, right? That it's in our textbooks. You know, this is not something that's up for negotiation really, right? And we can see it automatically, right? If I drop, you know, this sticky notepad, I'm going to see that it falls instantaneously, right? And law of attraction doesn't work necessarily that quickly. It can, but the other thing is if we have been giving off, exerting a certain energy for a long period of time and we're wanting to switch it to something different, that momentum, the law of momentum says, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's great. Great. Send those rockets of desire, as Abraham Hicks says, up into the air and like start attracting that for sure. But in the meantime, this idea or this thought and this vibration and frequency and energy that you have been exerting for so long is still moving quite quickly, right? And just like I mentioned earlier, when we're moving from lack, scarcity, and fear into neutrality and then abundance, this is what I'm talking about. This is the momentum, right? The momentum of our thoughts in the beginning are, it's hard, it's a struggle, I can't do this, I'm not worthy, like, who the fuck am I to do any of this, right? You have to get into a neutral place. And that's why this is a progression and this is a journey. And in the beginning, you're like, damn, really? Like, it's a journey? Ugh, God, how cliche, right? But the thing is that like this journey is not only important to embrace and eventually love and be good with the journey. This part of manifestation, this journey, this becoming the vibrational match, this becoming the magnetic manifester is actually where all the fucking gold is actually where your soul is going to be lit up the most because you are connecting to who you truly are in more aligned and authentic ways. And so you'll learn that it's not even actually about the manifestation on the other end. In fact, the manifestation on the other end is not about the thing or even the experience or the feeling or anything, right? It's not really about the end goal. It's about who you are becoming in the middle, right? It's the power that you're stepping into. It's the exhilaration of knowing that you're part of the vast universe, so that you have power flowing through your fingertips. It's the fact that you learn to love and trust yourself on a deeper level. You learn who the fuck you even are on a deeper level, right? And excuse my cursing, but I just get so excited about these things, and that's just the way it comes out. So it's all in the becoming. And for me, being connected to the universe really gave me this sense of safety and security to then also look inside myself even more deeply into the humanness part of me, into the ego, and say, who is it that I really soul-aligned want to become in this life? And when we tap into those desires, those true desires for ourselves, that's where the peace, the relaxation, the joy, the equanimity really comes from. Because we are always it. We are always it. And yes, of course, our egos are going to get in the way. And it's going to bring up things from our subconscious from way, 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 way back. And we get to work through them. And when we work through them, that's really what makes this flow of energy and creation in creating our reality, in creating the most desirous life that we want, real. And that's the magic, and that's becoming the magnetic manifester. I want to read something for you guys. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because I really want you to get a sense of this. And in fact, I'd love for you to just take a moment to close your eyes and let me read this to you, because I think you're going to really feel this on a visceral level. So just again, maybe even have your hand on your heart while I read this, and close your eyes if it feels good for you, and just take a deep breath. Because words alone don't teach. I can just be up here spewing this beautiful magnetic energy at you, but until you have the visceral experience, you're going to stay in your head about it. So, the magnetic manifester, she is the epitome of ease. She delights in growth and expansion. She steps more fully into her power each day, showing herself how big she can play. She allows life to unfold. She receives fully, without abandon, from the universe. She believes in and sees magic in every part of her life. She is regularly enchanted by synchronicities. She embodies peace, calm, alignment, authenticity, connection, love, equanimity. Her business partner is the divine. She trusts fully her intuition. She knows she has all the answers inside herself. She holds to her boundaries, never overdoing or overgiving. She does the inner work because she knows that change happens from the inside out. She is committed to herself and her desires. She invests in herself. She shows up for herself. She prioritizes herself. She knows that her alignment is the greatest gift she can give to the world. She's aware of her ego stories, but she doesn't let them stop her. She knows how to move past limiting beliefs and connect to infinite, limitless possibilities. She knows her worth. She knows herself intimately. She trusts herself. She loves herself. She's willing to dig deep to face and hold each part of herself. She embodies the process, and she holds space for her clients. She knows that she creates her reality. She empowers herself. She wields the laws of the universe to manifest her desires. She experiences the fullness of life. Indeed, she knows that her consciousness is part of the fullness of life. She is abundant. She is the magnetic manifester. So just take one more moment and really soak that in for yourself. knowing that not only does all of this exist, but it exists and is available to you. And that you don't have to choose struggle, and it doesn't have to be hard. And the things that seem out of reach right now are only a perception shift away from your manifesting it. And your ego may be like, oh my fucking God, no. No. I don't know what this woman is trying to sell you, but like, just no. And that's okay, because our egos are there to help us feel safe. They're there to keep us in our comfort zone. They are there to protect us. And they were created when the dawn of man came about, right? And yours in particular was created around the age of 6 or 7, right? Where you were less connected to her and became more connected to, what do I have to do in order to be safe in this world as a little child? Because I know nothing more than this moment right now. And I need my needs to be met, and I need not to have fear, and I need to survive. And that's why our ego is there. And so it's precious, and it's beautiful, and it's wonderful. It is. And when we connect to that place inside of us, that is the truth, we can say, hey, thank you, ego, thank you for all the work that you did. I see you. I even can glean information from you from the past to show me my conditioning and my patterning that I developed and why. And yet, you can take a back seat, because there's something more here now. I'm tapping into something different, this different energy, frequency, and vibration that is the true essence of me, who actually is my driving force, who actually tells me what I actually want and desire out of life. And it's not keeping up with the Joneses. And it's not doing things like people pleasing and codependency because I need people to love me and not leave me, because my safety and my security is no longer in my ego self, in my brain. It's in here. And it's out here. Not from the things point of view, but just a freedom, a sense of love, a sense of wholeness. Because here is so rooted, so centered. That is becoming the magnetic manifester. And then living your life from this space, from this place. When you are here in wholeness, nothing cannot come to you. When you are in the state of wholeness, this energy moves mountains. This energy attracts everything you could possibly need or want. This energy speaks through you, so you don't even actually have to do anything. You just have to get into the flow state. You just have to allow it to happen. It doesn't have to be so damn difficult. It really doesn't. There's another way. This is your internal superpower. And when you tap into this, and you show this to everyone else, when you're just an example, you don't even have to talk about it. Everyone else can see something inside of you, and they are then intrigued and interested. And they're like, what's going on with her? Like, she glows. She's a light. She's so magnetic. And the things that used to bother her, or the things that used to come and like shake her up, she's fine. She just has like this internal grounding that just is. And then they want more of it. They want to be around you. Everyone wants to be around you. Everything wants to be around you. That's the power of the law of attraction and this magnetic force of you. And then they find their own magnetic manifester, their own inner being, their alignment, their authenticity, and that's how you change the world. That's how you change the world. You don't have to change the world from out here. You change it here. You change your world first, and then everything else follows. So, on this beautiful Giving Tuesday, I want you to consider giving to yourself. I know that I started this with, who are you giving to today? But I want you to invest in yourself. I want you to think about giving yourself this becoming the magnetic manifester for you, finding her for you, because you deserve it. Not only do you deserve it, it's your birthright, right? It's actually who you always are. You get to actually intentionally become her. And then you get to see all of your little girl dreams come true with ease and peace and relaxation. And you change. You change first, and then everything else changes. And it's a progress and a journey, right? So you're changing and you see it. You'll see it out there. It's not like the universe is going to be like, oh, great job on that personal development. Like nothing else is going to change. That's not how it works at all, right? So think about investing in yourself today. And today we, as the abundance community, have this beautiful opportunity. I have the Manifesting Money Bundle right now, 75% off for yesterday and today. And that is a 2-hour money manifestation masterclass. So it's like this, a little more structured, a little less riffing, but you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the energy. You're gonna know it, you're gonna feel it. And to deepen in that feeling state, into that beingness, along with the masterclass actually comes 3 different meditations. One is a tapping manifestation meditation. Another one is a breathwork manifestation meditation. And one of them is a visualization manifestation meditation. So you get all of that for $25. And so I'm going to put all this information in the comments and all that too. But the other thing that we have is, if you are really serious about investing in yourself and you are really serious about becoming who you truly are and playing bigger with ease in your life, in your business, we have the Becoming the Magnetic Manifestor program, which actually includes one-on-one coaching with me, 10 sessions, that's 10 hours, and the actual program, the course, Becoming the Magnetic Manifestor, is 10 modules. So that drops when you purchase it the first week, and then one each subsequent week after that. And so you get to essentially be in this program, in this course, through the end of February, because that's the 10 weeks. And then you have through April to actually be with me, coaching with me, one-on-one, so we can talk about what the actual manifestations are that you desire. We can talk about the perceptions that need to change for you to become the vibrational match. We talk about the limiting beliefs and the conditioning and the programming that has you stuck and not moving forward in your becoming process, right? So all of that is available. It's all on sale. The actual program itself is 50% off. The bundle is 75% off. I am always here for you. DM me anytime. I want you to know that whatever is resonating in you right now is simply a mirror image of who you already are. So anything that is resonating, it's in you now. It is you. And this is your superpower. And this is your opportunity. And this is your life. You get to be the creator. You get to be the magnetic manifestor. You get to have a different relationship with every aspect of your life. You get to participate in the fullness of life. It is here for you. I hope that you have an amazing Giving Tuesday, and remember to give to yourself today. With so much love and gratitude for all of you, I will be here. You will be here. this abundance community is always here for you. Till next time.